But listen though, you know, we got a little problem we gotta discuss.
Okay, what that be?
Well, let's just say, you know, nicest way to put things is the gang is a little bit quiet these days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nicest way to put it. You know, ain't many people around. A lot of times you know, can't really do much shit that we wanna do. We haven't hit Maze Bank in like damn near 2 months, I think now. How long has it been?
Yeah, that shit's sad as hell.
Yeah, it's, you know, it is kind of rough, right? I'm really thinking about things. I mean, I was looking at the turfs on the turf app, and we have one of the biggest turf. I think we even have the second or third biggest turf there is, right?
Yeah.
And like, if any fucking gang said, you know, oh, these fucking guys are fucking, you know, I see one or two of them around, they're down horrendous. Just come and take that shit from us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, go on.
There's a lot of things that, you know, we're unable to do because we're lacking the manpower. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And, you know, hold on. Be right back, one sec.
Yeah, real quick before.
And, you know, I don't just want to, like, I do have a few people in mind that I want to start bringing into the gang. Or at least close to the gang. We don't have to, like, fully bring them in, but at least, like, make them, you know, associated. I think that'd be a good start. But obviously, I don't just want to start bringing people in without, like, everyone knowing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
How do you feel about that?
I understand your point of view. I'm not gonna vouch for anyone, because I don't know how these people are, but if you want to bring them in, you should bring them in.
Yeah, but, that's what I'm saying, though, right? I don't just want to, like, I don't want people to just wake up one day and be like, yo, these are your new gang members, by the way. There you are, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I'm trying to, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but then again, like, you're around all the time, so
Yo, forehead?
it kind of makes
You're on?
sense for you to make that call, no?
I mean, I guess, but it's kind of a big decision, you know?
I mean, I try to be around most days, but I'm not around for that long when I'm around, so I totally get where you're coming from. I think for me, it's always quality over quantity, so kind of reaching this point sucks asshole. But
I mean, listen, I'm 100% with you on that. I agree with you. I don't just want to, like, bring people in for the sake of just having people around, right? Like, that's not what I'm trying to do either, right? But at the same time, it's like, we do need more people, you know? It's like,
but that is what we're doing, because we can't do shit with nobody around. So that is what we're doing.
yeah, but I'm happy to have, at the same time, I'm happy to have these people around, though. Does that make sense? Like,
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
happy to have these. I have three people I want to bring in. I have Vidal, OP, and Billy. That's it.
I think I met Vidal or OP, either one of them. I'm not sure.
Like, I do agree with you that at the same time, I don't want to just recruit people for the sake of just having numbers. You know what I mean? Like, having members around.
Yeah, it is tricky though. It is tricky because you do need at least as people so that you can do some basic shit for sure. It's a very tricky situation. I don't really know what.
I think it's one of those things where, like, let me call you right back, one sec.
No.
Like, it's one of those things where, like, I don't think we fully bring them in, but we make them associated with us. You know what I mean?
So what's the difference?
Well, the difference is like people that, like, they can do stuff with us, but they ain't fully in. So you guys get to know them. You know what I mean? And then we go from there.
Okay, but what's the difference to them of not being fully in?
I mean, we could just bring them fully in. I'm happy to fully bring them in.
Yeah, I'm asking what that means to you of not bringing them fully in.
I mean, I guess there technically isn't a huge difference, right? The only difference is on, you know, if they're associated with us, it's actually not with us, but they are associated with us, and they're not fully in the gang. That's the only difference.
I don't see the difference that you're explaining.
It's more like I guess you could call it a trial period. You know what I mean?
But what's the difference? Because if we get somebody in the gang and they fuck up, they're gonna get cut out of the gang regardless if they're on a trial period or not. So what's the difference?
I mean, I guess technically there isn't a big difference. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so like let's not sugarcoat it. I think.
You just want to bring them in?
Well, it's not what I want for it. It's about what you want because you're around all the time.
Okay.
If you think this is what needs to be done for the betterment of the situation, then it should be done.
Well, I mean, the reason I wanted to do it this way is so that, like, you know, these people hang around with us more, and then, you know, you might not know them. You get to know them. You're like, okay, I like this person. I don't like this person, and we can just get rid of them if something's wrong. You know what I mean? That's why I want to do it that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it's easier said than done, no?
Yeah, 100%.
Like once somebody is in, they're usually kind of in, and then you kind of like just kind of make it work, you know. Listen, I definitely like have reservation thoughts, but I totally understand the logic in it, and I think if you think that this needs to be done, then you should do it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. I mean, we'll bring them in.
Okay.
Yeah, other than that, though, I think we should have a meeting with the whole gang, see what everybody else thinks. Because there is other people, like, there's other names people mentioned, but I'm not so sure of them.
Okay.
Like, these people, like, you know, I'm sure of.
What are you inviting people based on? What is it that you care about when you invite somebody?
I mean, unless I just want to have somebody around that I like.
Okay.
But at the same time, you know, at the same time, we gotta, also have people to do shit with, right? Like, I want to go hit something, I want to go do this, I want to go do that. I need to have people around, you know?
Yeah.
That's just the way I look at it.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I just want to understand your perspective, but yeah, makes sense.
Listen, I get it. I'm with you on, like, I don't want to just recruit people for the sake of recruiting them. Like, the people I'm naming are people like I want to have around us. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy like hanging out with them. You know what I mean? And I think they would improve the gang too.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not gonna kind of weigh in my opinion on it because I don't think my opinion really matters since I'm not around all the time. So I think it should be you that makes the call.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but at the same time, it's like, your opinion also matters a lot, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's opinion matters.
Yeah, but some more than others. No, I think it would be a bit illogical for me to kind of sway this when I'm not the one that has to take the blunt force of the decision, if that makes sense.
I mean, you don't have to sway it. I mean, you can give me your honest opinion on it. And
my honest opinion is that we should never recruit anyone based on what they contribute to the group. I think that's some fucking dumb shit. We should only invite people that elevate our presence in the city. And I think that inviting a bunch of people is great, but what happens if people decide to come back? Then we're suddenly like 40 people eventually. Mm-hmm. That's my only concern. So those are my only concerns. But then again, like, if people decide to not show up anymore, then this needs to happen.
It's one of those things. It's like a hard problem to fix. You know what I mean? Because like you're right. You're right. On one hand, we could like bring in like fucking 5 more people, and then in 2 weeks' time, everyone's around, and then we have way too many people around and can't do shit, right? Or on the other hand,
and then we suddenly have then we have a bunch of opinions and people that we need to take care of and shit, and it's just a fucking headache.
And then on the other hand, it's like, well, what do? Just sit there and just fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things.
Yeah,
it's not, it's rough, you know?
But so do you think that people that aren't around, so who like is the people that aren't around much now?
I mean, I can name you the people that are around.
Okay.
People I see normally, honestly, Idiot. I see Idiot all the time. I see Poe. I see Kyle. I see RJ. I see Lovemore. I haven't seen Future in like 5 days.
Yeah, but
normally Future's around.
That doesn't. But that doesn't really count. I feel like the people
no, Future's normally around though. Yeah, Future's normally around.
Yeah. I mean, but okay. So realistically, we don't really need to fill that many people. If these people that you mentioned like start showing up more, fuck, just a couple of hours here and there, then that's enough, no?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess what you have to kind of decide then is like, so you could invite these 2 or 3 people, but there's a chance that people start waking up, and then we have a bunch of more people. So the question
What
kind
if
of
it,
has to be asked is,
well, I don't think it's that many. Like 2 or 3 people won't make that big of a difference, right?
yeah, exactly. But that's what I was gonna get to. Like, the question you would have to ask is like, assuming that people start waking up, is it an issue that those 2 to 3 people are there, though? You know?
I don't think
And
so.
if that isn't the case, then what's the big deal, really?
I don't. Yeah, like having. Now, I think it would be an issue if like recruit like fucking 5+ people, right? Then it would be a problem. But like
Yeah.
2 or 3, it's like, you know, I don't think that's like a big deal.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but fucking do it then.